is a very special time. Show me a hill I can climb. Give me a mountain to move, and I'll prove that it's a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. Up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
Very special day. It's a wonderful, terrific Thursday, and my partner in crime, my co-host this morning, is Greg. Good morning, Greg White. And
good morning.
Happy Thursday.
And happy Thursday and happy anniversary.
Oh yeah, beautiful, and and what a beautiful morning it is, right?
That's right. It's a little warm morning. We got some of us didn't. The rain was supposed to be a very small percentage, but then it came upon us a little bit last night.
We needed
got a little bit of little shower.
We needed it.
It's
the land of milk and honey.
It's 72 right now. The high today will be 92. Probably the heat index will be again over 100. Tomorrow will be 93 with another heat index up in the top. And then Saturday we've got an 80% chance of rain and storm, so that's going to bust the bubble. We'll be in the 80s on Sunday, and then to start, or actually on Labor Day Monday, 79, probably a lot less humidity.
No, nice.
So, and then next Thursday and Friday at this time in the forecast we have a 30% chance of rain. So, usually 30% chance we might not get. Of course, yesterday we had a 15% chance, and we got a little
we
shower.
needed it. I mean, we all needed that. That not even mad about that.
Is that thunder?
Is that rain? Listen to
thunder?
it.
Yeah, it is.
Pitter patter. Now, is this something? So, Labor Day is Monday. So that actually, I mean, we'll say, wait, we've got tonight, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday. Four sleeps from now.
Yeah, but 4
sleeps.
But if you've planned accordingly ahead of time, you can take off today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday you got off. So you got a 5-day.
Oh, grasshopper, thou has learned.
you got a week off. You could go someplace.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think the thing about the sleep, the talking in sleep like that, you can tell when you talk to children how many, how long is it before we are before this date, and you like how many sleeps do you have before the date. So we're getting anyway. Labor Day is the unofficial start of summer. Summer doesn't actually start till a little bit later in September. I think it's.
Let's see when the.
I can't remember the first date. It's like the. I'm going to say the 12th, 13th, maybe 13th.
September 22nd.
Oh, a lot later. Okay. Well, there
Which
we go.
Which is a Sunday.
Which is a Sunday. Okay. So.
That would be the last Sunday of Louder Than Life.
Oh, okay.
That's and I think that's when, or I'm sorry, the Bourbon and Beyond, and that's Sunday. is the Beach Boys, and
which a lot of people are very excited
and
about
this
that.
fellow that they wanted you to come and interview him, but he plays on. Oh, actually, he played on Saturday. But Tony Trichka is supposed to be.
To him before that,
Yeah, they might call in. He's a bluegrass legend and banjo player, and he's played with Steve Martin. Steve Martin is a a banjo legend in his own right.
I know. Think about all of the talent. That's just like wrapped up. You know what I mean? In one man, all that talent. Yeah, great. So that'd be fun. So I mean, looking forward to that. But that's coming around the river bend. There's a lot going on. We still have a Luke Bryant concert coming up to look forward to, and
that's on the same Thursday that Bourbon and Beyond begins. So you'll have to make a choice. Do you want to go see Luke Bryant or do you want to go see Sting?
Do both. I'm gonna do both.
I don't know if we can do both.
Yeah, I'm not good at making choices. Do both.
Not that big a jump. No. One's in Shelbyville, which is not that far south of Louisville, and then
it can be done. It can be done. Yeah. So that's exciting for sure, and hanging on this summer as long as we can. So anyway, but the temperatures again with the heat index, they've moved the football game back. I do believe. And I know they've canceled some football practices, some different teams. Make sure, check your own personal team. But I think because it's heat index, I know they were trying to have, I know there was a lot of talk about cross country, making sure everybody stays safe. So I think these fall sports are hard to play because of the heat. We know the degree of difficulty in spring is the rain and the wind and all that, that part of the weather. But with this part, it's the heat.
I mean,
heat miser.
We had all the coaches on last night for week 2 of Coach's Corner, and nobody mentioned there was any delay in games.
Well, we'll make sure on that one for sure.
Check with the ADs and find out what's going on.
Mm-hmm. But what a great program that is. All 3 coaches, I appreciate them coming in, and we want to thank McDonald's for hosting it. I'm loving it, and Chris Hunt did a fantastic job,
yes.
and Chris enjoys it, and you can tell he enjoys it. So
he was. I think that was the best one.
I love that. I want him to say that after every show. I want him to say, I think that was the best one.
Yeah.
That's when you know you did it right.
And it was he asked the coaches what they would get.
To eat. Yeah.
From McDonald's.
Yeah.
It was real funny, and he hollered out and said, "Is the ice cream machine working?" They said yes.
Yay! But if you're ever there and the ice cream machine is not working, don't get sad, because they have got these chocolate chip cookies that'll make you forget about the ice cream machine.
And the reason, there's a company that services only this one company that services these, and so they've got to go around to all the McDonald's in the world. And
it's kind of a McDonald's thing. That's okay. That's all right. So it's like a banner day. It's a bonus when the ice cream machine's working.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's okay. Let's thank our sponsors this morning.
Absolutely. Let's get the old long list out here. Let me unroll it. Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rose's. They're getting ready for their buffet coming up. They got 2 buffets on Friday. Friday afternoon for lunch, and then Friday evening.
Love it all.
Foxburley Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, McAllister Land Consulting, and we've got Vital Farms back on the radio, and we'll probably hear from them here in a few minutes too.
Yeah. Today is Chop Suey Day. Chop Suey Day.
That was probably the favorite food of Hong Kong Fooey.
I'm gonna get.
Remember Hong Kong Fooey?
Hong Kong Fooey. What was the Kung Fu? No, it's Kung Fu Panda. But what was the other guy? What was he was a puppy or dog?
Yeah, Hong Kong Fooey.
Was that his name? Hong Kong Fooey?
Yeah.
Really? I used to love to watch him. Yeah. I cannot believe that.
Yeah.
Hong Kong Fooey. That was his name? Yeah. He's like, I always thought he was like in a robe. I mean, like
he had a robe and a mask on.
Yeah, love that. I did not remember that's his name. Yeah. Boy, trivia, I would have lost that bad. Hong Kong Fooey.
Spelled Fooey. Phooey. Fooey.
Oh, Fooey. Yeah, that's hilarious. Didn't he say something like whenever he would, like, did he have like a certain like thing that he said whenever he would, like, I remember him kicking up, like he would kick out at people, like he was like protecting people. I don't know. You can't hear it.
No. Rosemary, the telephone operator? No. Henry, the mild-mannered janitor? Could be. Hong Kong Phooey, #1 super guy. Hong Kong Phooey, quicker than the human eye. He's got style, a groovy style, and a pop that just won't stop. When the going gets rough, he's super tough with a Hong Kong Phooey chop. Hong Kong Phooey, #1 super guy. Hong Kong Phooey, quicker than the human eye. Tick-a-chong, tick-a-chong, tick-a-chaka, tick-a-chong, tick-a-chong, wow, wow, wow.
Wow, that's a blast from the past. That's funny. That's great. Boy, that's something. Yeah. Bring it back. We need that. We need more Hong Kong Phooeys in this world. All right, that's great. Now that goes down memory lane, right?
That's a Hanna-Barbera. Remember that?
I do, yeah. They had the, you need to put your microphone up there. They had the Hair Bear Club, remember?
Yeah, Hair Bear Bunch.
Yeah. This is, yeah, I love that.
We won't play that one. But.
No. This is Individual Rights Day. Individual rights, okay. This is also International Day Against Nuclear Testing. Okay. Lemon Juice Day. Oh, lemon juice. Love lemon juice. Make
if you
lemonade.
can't find the lemon, you gotta have the little lemon juice.
Yeah. If you have water, you can add lemon to your water. Lemon in your hair. You don't want hair in your lemon, though.
No.
You want it.
You don't want
it's
a
funny
wasp
how
in
you
your
say
coffee
that.
either.
You can say it like one way, like lemon, like put lemon in your hair, because it's really like, yeah, it kind of like lightens it up. Which years ago, that's what we did.
Peroxide will do that too.
Yeah. Be careful with that. That'll, yeah, that's not good. Do not try that at home. Or, but you don't want hair in your lemon. So.
No.
So Lemon Juice Day, yes. All right. More herbs and less salt day. So you can do like your flavorings, like, and what's funny?
No, I was thinking of more news and less Nesman.
Yeah. But you can actually do if you get enough flavoring, then you won't miss the salt so much. That's what a lot of people are trying.
There you
go. National Swiss Wine Growers Day. Swiss wine growers. Which we learned with wine growers and people that do wine, that make wine. You have some that put the actual flavoring from the actual, like, grapes and stuff, but then you have some that use artificial flavoring for those wines. So, all right.
Yes, and you got to, yeah. I mean, the taste I think's there, but
it's just different.
Yeah.
You have those that like do the actual, like, I didn't realize, I don't know why, and I don't know where I thought it came from, but I didn't realize that there was the artificial. I thought they all came from, like, I figured they just all used real grapes, you know what I mean, from different vineyards, but I didn't realize they would do artificial ones. Okay. Potteries Bottle Oven Day. Potteries Bottle Oven Day.
We're still scratching our head on that one.
Yeah. Which leads me into Thoughtful Thursday. Thoughtful. It's nice to be thoughtful.
Yeah. Remember on Saturday Night Live they had Deep Thoughts?
Oh my goodness, I love those. This is also According to Hoyle Day, okay? According to Hoyle. So let me look that up. That is, okay. According to Hoyle Day, it's celebrated on August the 29th each year. It's a day to honor the rules and regulations in certain situations, and to pay tribute to Edmund Hoyle, an Englishman who is considered to be the first technical writer on card games. Yeah. There we go.
He wrote the rules.
And he wrote a book. Yeah. According to Hoyle. Yeah, remember that? Yeah. That's where for anybody that like hears that, I don't think they say that anymore. I've not been in a social setting where they said that lately.
I don't think anybody wants to observe rules anymore, but
well, that's.
Well, you would, like, if you're in a professional setting, you might say they'd refer to Robert's Rules of Order, which that was another
yes.
That was another. That's more for meetings and things like that. But if you're just like if you're playing horseshoes or whatever, and they'd say, well, according to Hoyle.
Now my mom would do that, because we would play games and she would say, according to Hoyle. Like I can remember that phrase being said by her.
According to Charlotte.
No, I think she referred to Hoyle. She liked the backup.
Yeah.
She liked that extra cushion to say, it's not just me saying this. It's
And
So
what would your dad say?
yeah. Yeah. Not appropriate, probably
Okay.
not. But all right. But anyway, yeah.
Not ready for prime time?
Not quite ready yet. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's like if you play like, board games and stuff, and you have that, and well, just like with they Scrabble, they're adding new words to Scrabble, and Scrabble can get where you're just like so many different words, and they have actually a Scrabble book, to use and to keep on hand to make sure that you're getting it right. But anyway, I guess you would say according to Hoyle, it's this. All right, so here's some people that they're saying. I want to put a disclaimer because this is actually this is celebrities who are rude and difficult to work with, according to employees and co-stars. Okay, and BuzzFeed put together a list of celebrities who are rude and difficult to work with, according to the employees and co-stars. And here are the highlights. Okay, number one, but I want to put a disclaimer before we go into this. Okay. I want to say, you don't know for sure. I mean, they could have been having a bad day. There could have been just something that wasn't right. So it's hard to say this. So I'm going to tread lightly on this, okay? Number one, Jennifer Lopez says she has lots of demands. When she performed for the World Video Music Awards in 2010, she requested a custom speedboat. You can't blame her for that. Okay, a diamond encrusted headphones. Again, can you blame a girl for this? Number three, a helicopter on standby.
Oh, maybe Ben couldn't meet these demands.
Well, okay, hang on. Put a pin in that for a
Maybe
second.
Nobody's been able to meet these demands.
Well, I know they've tried.
She's moved around quite a bit.
Yeah. I don't know, because. Okay, here's okay. I'm gonna go behind door number 2. That's door number 1 that she's like difficult to work with. Behind door number 2, maybe she's a lady that knows what she wants. Maybe she's kind of a perfectionist, and maybe they have said, would you like? Maybe there was a person that said that to her, and she asked for these things, and then maybe others didn't realize that. I'm just trying to give her the benefit of the doubt here, and maybe it was taken like she was being demanding, but maybe she was offered that, and so therefore she spoke up and said what she'd like.
Now, do you think if they just bejeweled a set of headphones that she really checked to see if they were diamonds or just?
I don't know. The wrong code.
I mean, where would you get a set of headphones that have, I mean,
diamond encrusted? I don't know, and I don't know, and how many carats were they? I mean, that's the question. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I think another thing too, that with that, okay, like this is what I've always been told, that sometimes they will ask for things to see if you will do them, like to see how valuable they are. Like, okay, like if you have your dressing room and you say, I want Diet Pepsis and I want M&Ms, in my dressing room. This is how I would design it.
One of the bands wanted certain colors of M&Ms.
Yeah. So let's say I want green M&M. No, actually I want yellow.
Yellow
M&Ms. That's the best. Yellow M&Ms with diet soft drink sitting there in my dressing room, and it was done. Then I know that I'm valuable to them. You see what I'm saying? They went an effort to do it, right?
Yep.
So whoever, wherever, whatever stage you're performing on, you know that you mean a lot to that stage or that venue because of them doing that for you. That's what a lot of them will ask to see what their importance is. So, let me just say, I've never walked into a venue and had yellow M&Ms and diet soft drinks and puppies. Yeah, I've never had that. Okay, so anyway, so those are these are celebrities who are rude and difficult to work with, which I don't know. I don't know. I think I'd like to hang out with her just to see what she's like. I could, you know what I mean? Actually, with Jennifer Lopez, I'd probably like to work out with her. I think working out with her would be fun. I'd like to see her work out. Yeah. Number 2, Jimmy Fallon. Last year, he was accused of creating a toxic work environment on The Tonight Show and having different behaviors behind the scene. I don't know. I don't know, but if he, maybe though, like maybe he does, maybe he's just funny, and maybe he's doing funny things that people think.
Maybe he's a perfectionist and he wants things done right. And
yeah, yeah.
that this is a hard day and age for people like that, because there's a lot of people that don't care.
Yeah. Number 3, Mike Myers. We just talked about him last night. Someone who worked with him on The Cat in the Hat said he was a nightmare experience, that he's also distant on set, and had a guy who held chocolates to him, or handed chocolates to him in a Tupperware container. Well, that's, if you had somebody that held chocolates for him in a Tupperware container. Well, if you're Mike Myers, I would hold his Tupperware container full of chocolates.
But also, he's in a suit. He's in a cat suit.
But and also that his standoffish, maybe he's getting in a character. I mean, you know, The Cat in the Hat was hilarious. One of my favorite. I'm sorry. It is great. Okay, but Mike Myers he's just one of those just hilariously funny guys to me. But to go into that character, I mean, right?
Yeah, we need more Mike Myers.
Yeah, but to go in that character, he probably has to have a little bit of standoffish, you know what I mean? Well, like an athlete, okay, like when you're like, let's say right now, maybe we're talking a lot of football, but when you're a football player, like before the game, I mean, they're in the zone. I mean, they're like, their heads are like in the game, their minds. So Mike Myers would have to get, so celebrities have to get in that too.
Sure.
I mean, that's only right.
Yep.
You know, that's, you know, minutes before I come on Coffee Club, I have to get in the zone.
Don't bother me.
Is that what,
don't talk to me.
Is that what I tell myself? Sounds good. Sounds good on paper. Looks good on paper. Anyway, so anyway, but I think that's funny that if someone held chocolates in a Tupperware container, I don't think that was wrong. Maybe he needs chocolate. Maybe he needs chocolate every now and then. Julia Roberts, Steven Spielberg says she was difficult to work with on Hook. The crew referred to her as, instead of Tinker Bell, Tinker Hell. So, maybe again she was getting into character, right?
Right.
Number 5, Edward Norton, Marvel president. Kevin Feige said that he lacked a spirit during this time of the Hulk, and that's why he liked Mark Ruffalo better, and was replaced by Mark Ruffalo. Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, number 6, Bill Murray. He had a history of causing drama on set. Richard Dreyfuss called him an Irish drunken bully, which makes What About Bob? Oh my goodness.
Well,
What About Bob's one of my favorites.
Yeah, another one. But
Yeah.
Richard Dreyfuss, his kind of went to seed a little bit, I think.
But Richard Dreyfuss is hilariously funny. Yeah. Bill Murray is too.
And he may have said that trying to be funny. So.
Justin Bieber, they said that he was hard to work with on Saturday Night Live, but he's probably just in a bad place when he hosted back in 2013 in his life. So.
Makes a difference.
Yeah, I've heard he's not bad. I mean, I've heard he's nice. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. So, those are just some. But again, I think that anybody on a day could be caught in maybe not the best day that you are experiencing, and it could be where it's misinterpreted, and of course then people start those rumors. So I think that's a little bit unfair to say, unless you really know them, unless you hang out with them, you know. And every one of them, like Mike Myers, I mean, like if it was a normal Thursday and you're just hanging out, probably could be extremely nice and very, very fun. But
the setting, the environment has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know some of our family have been traveling over to Israel, but it says a 4-year-old at a museum in Israel accidentally broke a 3,500-year-old jug. I wonder which
That
one
is
of the
our family.
wonder which one of the grandkids did
That
that.
would be one of ours. I could see that. I could see that happening. Absolutely. Yeah. Tell the story. Let's hear the story.
Okay.
Hear the full story.
It might have been one of your grandkids if you're out there listening. Who knows? They were over in Israel, and a guy in Israel went to a museum and took his 4-year-old son, which is probably not a good idea. But the boy broke a 3,500-year-old vase that was somewhere dated during the Bronze Age between 1,500 and 2,200 years before Christ,
Oh.
and somehow survived all those years to be jack-handled by a 4-year-old.
It does not say that. It does not say jack-handled. There is no jack-handled.
It was on a stand near the entrance and wasn't behind glass, which the parent probably blamed the museum. If you wanted it protected, you should have put it up. That's always a favorite. Curators of the museum say they think there's a special charm to be able to get up close to their artifacts without obstructions. The dad says his son was curious of what was in the jug, so he pulled on it slightly to look and caused the jug to fall off its pedestal and shatter, and caused the museum people to...
I wish the dad would have done like a safe fall, like saw it coming and then like caught it. That would have been like the ultimate, you know.
The parents are not on the hook for it. The museum said when somebody damages something on purpose, they get the cops involved. But I wish they'd police. Let's just say police. I hate the word cop. I mean,
Yeah.
anyway. But since that's journalism, I think just went away. They're gluing. Police would have been a proper way to. But since it's a child, he didn't mean to do it. That's obviously not going to happen. They actually invited him and his family to come back to the museum, although properly restrained. No. With his hands taped to his side. They're gluing it back together and say it should be done by the weekend. They also said they're not changing their policy and plan to keep allowing people to get up close and personal with their exhibits.
Well, they probably had insurance, so the insurance probably like took care of it. I'm sure it had nice insurance on it, but I mean it's still unfortunate it happens. But things like that happen. I mean that's life. I mean you have to roll with it. But I think didn't Brady Bunch have a episode where there was a certain like pot that they broke, and it was an antique or something, I don't remember, and then they glued it back together, and the mom filled it up with water and put flowers in it, and like all of a sudden you start seeing the leakage.
They started squirting out water.
I think it was the Brady Bunch had that episode, yeah. So maybe that might happen, you know what I mean? But I don't know. It's unfortunate. I hate it for the museum, but it happens, you know.
Some places are just not kid friendly.
Yeah. So it's hard. It's really difficult, and when you're the parent, you know, you're trying to things. I mean, kids grab quickly.
They do.
They're very quick.
Boy, do they.
Boy, very quickly on the grab.
And,
you know.
And when it comes to food, Great Danes can be just as quick.
Great Danes are the quickest. That's what I want to say. They can clear a table. Woo. Yeah.
Then coming up next week, not just is it Labor Day week or Labor Day on Tuesday, but coming up in the middle of next week, there'll be a movie that comes out. Beetlejuice.
I know. I was gonna say. I didn't know if you were gonna say it 3 times or how you were gonna do it.
Oh, this one's only twice. So if they make a third one, maybe it'll be Beetlejuice.
It's funny. Okay, like you go through life and like you know you hear these things like don't step on a crack, you'll break your mom's back. You know what I mean? All those things like that. And now with Beetlejuice, it's like you're for whatever reason like you don't want to say it 3 times. Because you just don't know, you know what I mean? I know it's a movie. I know it's like, but now they.
But if it meant bringing Michael Keaton into the room, I would say it.
Now see, that's the man. You know what I mean? Good in Batman. He did a wonderful job in Batman. Mr. Mom, fantastic. I'm trying to think of all the things that he's been in.
He was the circus ringmaster, and they made a Dumbo movie. Remember?
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah. and now Beetlejuice and just takes off with it and gets right back in.
He played the what's the not the Vulcan, the Vulture in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He was in Spider-Man. When they made a Herbie remake back in the early 2000s, he was in that with Lindsay Lohan. Yeah, he's been in some good movies.
Yeah.
Been around for a while.
Right. I think he does fantastic. And now they talked about his spirit, like how personal. So just the opposite on celebrities. They all talked about, the cast talked about how he was real personal, talked to them, made them feel comfortable. And you know, he had to get in character too. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah. Oh, he was in the McDonald's movie.
Yeah.
He was the guy that invented McDonald's.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, I get. Well, he didn't invent it, but he
Was a big part of it. Yeah.
Flourished McDonald's. The two brothers actually had it.
Very
and
interesting
then
story.
he promoted it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a whole nother rabbit hole to go down. Trying, the McDonald's story.
Yeah.
That's a cool story though.
Yeah, he was. I remember he was fascinated with their speedy. What was it called? The speedy, quick system of like getting food ready. And he was he was actually this guy that's selling the ice cream machine.
That's what I thought he was. Yeah.
Or the shake
Yeah.
machine. And then he stopped in and was like.
So yeah, Michael Keaton and Beetlejuice. It comes out next week, or did you say, or
officially it comes out Friday, but
Okay.
if you're
okay. Beetlejuice. There we
he
go.
was also Jack Frost. Remember Jack Frost?
Oh yeah.
That
was kind of a different kind of a movie. That was kind of a highs and lows and kind of a that was kind of a different movie. Wasn't my favorite of his.
No.
Now what Batman was he? I can't remember which one was he. I know.
The original.
Was he the first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he was the first of the movies.
Yeah.
In '89, he was with Jack Nicholson. Sorry,
Nicholson.
He was playing golf with Jack Nicholson. He was played with the Joker, and then he came back and
after him, who was after him? I should know this, but
oh boy,
you had Val Kilmer. You had who else?
George Clooney.
What was the order of Batman?
Hang on. Okay, Batman Returns was his last one. He was just in 2.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah. And then Batman Forever would have been Val Kilmer.
Mm-hmm.
That was had the Joker or the Riddler. Sorry, the Riddler, and then we had George Clooney with Batman and Robin, and that had Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Frost. Or Freeze.
Yeah.
Something
And that was in '97. And then we took a break after that. Then we come back in 2000 and
Christian Bale.
And he would be number 2 on the list, I think. He came back in 2005. They did 3 of those, and I think after Michael Keaton, he would be the best one.
I think I like those 2 the best. Yeah.
And then a couple years ago, they come back out, and the guy that was in your vampire movie, Robert
Pattinson.
Yeah, he was.
That
Batman.
was a
And
really
pretty
different
good.
one, though. That was more
good.
of a dark.
And the comics were.
But I know, but that's
he was
not
a
the Batman
detective.
that we've normally seen.
He was a detective, and he was like he solved crimes in the comics, and that's
but it was
what.
a little more. It was a little more.
Yeah, it was.
For the screen, I mean, and that was something I felt like they really needed to emphasize, that it's not your normal Batman that you're going to go take.
No,
the
and what I
don't think it was.
instead of ending it where some of these other ones have ended, it went on, and and I thought that was. The story continued.
He actually did better than what I had thought he was going to do, but
he
wasn't my favorite Batman, but he did do better.
Yeah. And Colin Farrell played the Penguin, and they're getting ready to have a Penguin series.
Yeah.
And then that's going to continue their story, and then I think they're going to be doing another Batman.
I might be wrong, but this week it might have been yesterday. Wasn't there an anniversary of Batman? I think there was an anniversary of Batman sometime. I can't remember if it was.
It was the 85th anniversary of Batman because of, and I don't know if that's when the comic, 85 years ago yesterday was when Batman made his first appearance in Detective Comics number 27.
So how would I know that? Because I got the popcorn bucket.
And what is it? What is it?
It is actually I went blank. It is a what we have.
Searchlight.
The searchlight. Duh. It's the searchlight that lights up.
And it's got the
bat on it.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you put your popcorn. You open up the searchlight and you put your popcorn in it. And, yeah.
Even though they didn't have, there wasn't an actual movie, which would have been kind of cool if they had a movie come out this week in honor of that. But
some of them actually were showing it.
They were re-releasing that movie from a couple years ago, and also they had a preview of the Penguin series that's coming out. But Colin Farrell's completely unrecognizable as the Penguin, which is kind of cool. But anyway, the Bat Signal popcorn bucket, and it's pretty well done. I mean,
it's really cool.
It came out and it's gone.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, yep. All right. So Batman talk. Okay, this is TSA is catching heat. I feel like we're always hearing about TSA. They're always in the news. Now they're catching heat for tweeting peanut butter is a liquid. Okay, the level of anger these 5 words have stoked is kind of amazing. It's funny, I don't mean to be rude, but it's just like, it seems like they're always like getting under fire, I guess. The TSA went viral after tweeting that peanut butter is a liquid. It's been viewed by more than 20 million times in the last few days. The post said, quote, peanut butter is a liquid. We said what we said. They obviously meant to mess with people and irk people with it. They meant to get people upset about it. But they really do classify that it is a liquid. If you want to carry peanut butter on a plane, it has to be 3.4 ounces or less.
Yes.
Some nerdy internet people pointed out that technically peanut butter is not a liquid, and the reaction online has been fun. One person called it a congressional oversight hearing. Another one joked that they can no longer wash down their meal with a nice cold glass of peanut butter. A third person was blunt in telling TSA, "This is why no one likes you." Oh, that's...
It says peanut butter is technically a Bingham plastic, a subset of non-Newtonian fluids.
You read on further. Okay.
I'm sorry.
A man. It's not a solid. It is classified as a liquid, not a solid. So now, hang on. That's crazy because it's...
Unless you buy it from... What's the store? If you buy something from if you buy something from this one store that we bought something from, they will get you as you go through TSA. What was the store?
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Some TSA
that
doesn't
10,
like.
We got it. Well, tell this full story. So they came out with a Christmas tin, and we were in San Francisco, right? The San Francisco treat.
Yep.
Right? Isn't that what was that commercial?
Rice-A-Roni.
Rice-A-Roni. Yeah. We were in the San Francisco treat, and there was a Trader Joe's, which we thought, well, and they had come out with this tin, which was kind of, well, and I had seen it on TikTok, and it was like, okay, there's your sign right there, okay. So thought, well,
if I hear the words, let's go to such and such store, it's probably because it's been
on TikTok. So I was like, oh, and we were just happened to fumble and bumble in there. We're like, let's go. So we went in there, and there was this tin, and I thought, oh, this would be so fun. And in my head, I thought Christmas Eve, or Christmas morning, whatever, we'll open this tin, and all of these great chocolates and all this great candy will be in here, and the fam will be wonderful. Okay, I had that Norman Rockwell moment that I thought everybody will go crazy over this. Okay, well, and it had not been opened, and it was actually sealed. It was sealed, had not been opened, and TSA.
Again, that's why nobody likes you, TSA.
TSA just knew that I had something that I should not be having in that tin. And we had the receipt that we just bought it. I mean, we did everything.
know.
We did everything that we thought.
Yeah.
We did.
And
We had the receipt.
And he opened and touched your cookies.
He opened and touched my cookies. He was all up in my cookies, and I was like, no.
And I even got prodded and poked.
And this is bad, but he even waved that wand over my cookies, and I no. Yeah, but and then he goes, oh, I guess it was okay. I guess there wasn't anything.
You think? Let me just give you a clue. If I'm going to fly on an airplane, I'm not going to blow it up.
No, I'm going to...
Okay? I'm going to hang on to that sucker
All I'm trying to do is make a moment and try to razzle and dazzle my fam, you know what I mean, with something that I thought would be really cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, needless to say, we did what we had to do. Since it had already been opened, the seal had been broken, the air had gotten to it, we decided to eat them, remember? So we did what we had to do. We ate the cookies. So needless to say, the cookies did not make it to the Christmas table.
No, and
nobody
was the wiser.
Yeah, so 10 pounds later that we gained.
I don't even remember.
We showed TSA, didn't we?
Yeah, we showed them. Well, I don't even remember what kind of cookies they were.
They were a variety. It was a variety.
Was it a variety?
It was a special tin that they came out with that was like, and according to TikTok, going viral, going to go quick. You know what I mean? When you hear those words, gonna go quick.
Do you know why they went quick? It's because they went through the TSA line and they got fingered by the security guard.
And you know, like usually who's your hospitality? I would have offered him one, but I was so upset. I didn't even offer him a cookie
for you.
No cookie. No cookie for you.
Hey, those look kind of good. Get your hands out of there.
No, those cookies, all of those cookies are coming with us. We're going to eat every one of them.
I've been here since 6 this morning and I haven't had a snack yet. Do you care if I can get out of that?
Nah, sorry. See now, okay, so in that, I was a little bit, what do you call it?
Angered?
No, we're not going to use that word. Maybe a little bit
frustrated.
On edge. A little bit jarred, maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to tread lightly.
See.
A little.
Just say it.
Treading lightly here.
Just peel the Band-Aid off.
So, because in my head, I had this
I know what you were, and I can't say it.
Yeah. But...
It's a letter that's later in the alphabet.
Okay, but here's the thing on that. If somebody would have seen me, and I normally... Okay, here's the thing. Okay.
Cool as a cucumber, but
cool. Normally,
you open up her
I don't really care.
Gift.
You know,
if you open
I
up
my
her
battles,
gift,
like things like this would not have bothered me. The thing that got me. This is where you're talking about where people would have misinterpreted me. They would have thought I was a different kind of a person, but I'm really not normally that way. What my passion was about.
This was just a normal day.
No. Where my passion came into play was I was wanting to take it home for the fam for Christmas. And you know, Christmas is very important to me, correct?
Oh, yeah.
And, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
no, it is.
It is very important to me. And trying to bring something fun and bring something exciting.
The trouble is, our kids know that it's important to you. And therefore, I think...
It's good. It's a good thing. It's important to them too, okay?
Yeah, they've come to find that out too.
No, they know that. But anyway, so that was the part. I think it was maybe the mom in me was, whoa, I'm trying to do something here for the fam, and it's not going to be if you break the seal and open it up, then I won't be able to have it for Christmas. I think that was the point.
Well, there's so much other stuff at Christmas.
Well, I know, and the fam did not really. But it was in my head. I thought that. So it was passion. It's like a coach. You know, when a coach gets upset, there's a lot of passion.
There was one play that you wanted to run, and you didn't get to run it.
I was trying to do a quarterback sneak here.
This lady's got a playbook for Christmas, like you would. She's got like one of those real thick binders.
I have my front line. I have my running backs. I have my fullback.
All our kids are waiting on is halftime, and she's got a whole playbook that they're just waiting. They're just waiting for halftime.
And it is a touchdown whenever everybody is happy. There's a touchdown. You know, when Santa says ho 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 and shuts the door and says good night, and everybody sleep tight, that's when you know you've got a touchdown. Yeah. So anyway, there it is. But TSA, for anybody who's wanting to bring peanut butter It is a liquid, so you only can take 3.4 ounces of peanut butter on a flight if you want to know. Which it's hard to know all of their rules, and they have a lot of rules. You know what I mean? And anyway, but we understand. We do want a safe flight.
It does say that it's unrestricted if it's a sandwich ingredient. So I don't know how they.
So if you put it in between bread, you'd be okay?
I don't.
Well, that still would be less than 3.4 ounces.
They're just. Yeah.
Unless you made several sandwiches, right?
Don't know.
Yeah. So,
bring a loaf of bread and a jar of peanut butter, and wonder what they could call jelly. Is jelly a liquid?
Jelly would be a liquid, I'm sure. Especially if it set for a while, right? It would become.
Yeah, there's always that liquid on top of the jelly.
Yeah.
And even peanut butter, if it sits out, it's like a little oil.
For some reason, in our jelly, there's crumbs in our jelly.
Really?
What do you mean, really? What do you mean, really?
That was in the butter.
No, yeah, it's in the butter, but it's also in the jelly. There's toast crumbs for whatever reason. Okay, when you open up the jar, when the very first time you open it, it's not there. But then after a few opens, there's
That's why we get to squeeze jelly now. There's no contact.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of crazy how the butter gets stuff and so does the jelly. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy how that happens. All right, so they are getting, but I do think TSA, they have their reasonings, and rules are rules, and I'm a rule follower, so that's okay. You know what I mean?
But when you come upon rules that are just dumb, you have to look at them and think,
they're
what?
Feeling it, whatever reason, they have their reasoning. You know, it's their it's their way. And you can't mess with TSA. So
that'd be good. That's a good PSA for the TSA.
I'm going to write to them and see. Will you let me do your PSA for the TSA? Oh my God!
Please don't contact
right
us
here
again.
in the USA.
You'll get one of my letters. We do
All
not
right.
accept.
Alex Baldwin and Gina Davis won't be in Beetlejuice. What? This is why. You want to read the story?
Because Tim Burton had a story in mind that didn't involve their characters. How about that? He didn't, and also he was afraid he didn't want to have any guns in the movie because of Alec Baldwin.
Oh, that's.
He didn't want to just shoehorn them in for the sake of it. I think the thing for me was I didn't want to just tick any boxes. So even though they were such an amazing integral part of the first one, I was focusing on something else. Also, it said the sequel will explain how their characters, the Maitlands, found a loophole to let them leave the house. So they finally got to move on.
They did, yeah.
But there are some recurring characters, like the lady that's sawed in half, the dude with the little shrunken head.
Yeah.
And I think even maybe the voodoo, the witch doctor guy, may be in it.
I'm trying not to watch any of the previews. When a preview comes on, I'm trying not to watch that because I don't want to see any more. I want it to be right.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh.
I mean, I don't want to.
No.
Sometimes
you should want to know that Darth Vader's Luke's father.
No. That did not tell in the previews. Okay.
No, that's it.
So I think that's a thing too.
8-year-old kid coming out of the previous show. Anyway, yeah, but I think it'll be good. I hope it'll be good.
I think it'll be good. Yeah, I definitely think it'll be good. But I think that you don't want any spoilers. So that's
spoilers,
where you have to be careful and watch.
And they do, and you get a lot sometimes in these previews.
We've actually seen some movies where the previews,
were the best part of the.
Yeah, I mean they hit every highlight of the movie. Yeah, we've seen good ones, but we've seen some really bad ones. Yeah. But we are moviegoers. You take that chance. Now, I think one of my favorite movies so far this year, and I've said it over and over, Inside Out 2.
Oh yeah.
I just think Inside Out 2.
It's made more movie than any other animated.
How about money? You said it made more movie.
Oh, I'm sorry, more money. Sorry, more money.
Show me the money. It's made more movie.
Yeah. Made more. I said it again. It's made more money than any other animated movie in history.
Yeah.
It's crossed the $1 billion mark, and that's never happened.
And not even mad about that.
It's still in theaters.
So good. Yeah. So good.
And it's on. You can get it now and watch it. So at home.
So good. I suggest watching it. I think it's great.
Pretty good. I think it's better than the first one.
That's what I've said. Yeah.
What she said.
What she said. But and then and I got the popcorn bucket for that too. So
Yep.
these popcorn buckets are great.
Which was a memory.
Yeah, memory.
One of her
your
memories.
Memory,
The orb.
and it lights up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
And then you got a little character, and the character I wanted, of course, I like Joy because I like Joy, but this new anxiety's like got me just tickled. I don't know why. I'm just really digging anxiety.
It's right over there.
Yeah.
She's right over there.
And anxiety is just hilarious.
This has become a deal. These popcorn buckets.
Yeah. And then they introduced new characters, and absolutely hilarious. Let me see if I can get it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Anxiety. I'm one of Riley's new emotions.
And she's shaking and
And
quivering.
she's shaking. Yeah. Remember, they have to put her in the chair at the end. Yeah. Right. So anyway, going to the movies and having the movies experience. I know a lot of people just wait till it comes out, but if you want to go to the movies and have the movies experience, which is fun, the popcorn and Juji fruits, all of the stuff now. They've got slushies. They've got just a world of greatness there. But anyway, so Beetlejuice is coming out. There's some scary movies coming out, of course, when you start getting into fall, and 'tis the season for that.
Let's see what's coming
There's
out
also
here in
Blink
the fall.
Twice coming out. It's kind of scary.
Let's see.
Oh, and while you're looking that up, Yeti's auctioning off a new cooler, and it's the Yeti cooler, but it's shaped in a coffin for Halloween. It's meant for Halloween, but also works for anybody that is a golf or who maybe likes to go to the beach. Yeti teamed up with bottled water brand Liquid Death, which is it's really good. It's good. And for an ice cooler that looks like a casket, I really like that they did this.
Look
I
at
think
that
this
thing.
is cool.
You'd have to have 6 guys to carry that.
It's
You'd have to have pallbearers.
It's life-sized and bright white. Other than 2 small logos on the front, it just looks like a real thing. But it's insulated and lined with a triple foam cold cell technology. Without ice, they say it's big enough to hold 378 beers. So just like enough to get you and one friend through Labor Day weekend. That's funny. Bad news is you'll have to pony up a lot of cash if you want one, because there's only one. They're auctioning it off on Liquid Death's website.
Yep.
The sale ends tomorrow.
I got it right here.
So here's the time. Last check, the top bid was $30,000.
Well, let me just give you the latest.
Okay.
There's a day, 6 hours, 5 minutes, 46 seconds left. Now 45. Ends tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and the current bid is $37,400.
Oh, so it's gone up.
And so you would need to now bid $37,420. So you have to bid in $20 increments. So you could enter a bid for $40,000, I guess, and you'd be kind of like on eBay.
Yeah, but then you maybe could have got it. I mean, maybe someone wouldn't have gone that high. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you have to stay with it if you're going to. But I'm not.
It has
really,
2 lids, 2
yeah,
tops.
It's actually
split.
it
It's
looks
just
a
like
little too real for my likings. You know what I mean? But I'd like to say, okay, here's me. This is my thought. Okay, I like the idea. Okay. But I wish they would have done it not like a real coffin. I wish they would have done like a Dracula, like where they kind of like a different shape, like the scary, like a monster movie one. You know what I mean? I wish they wouldn't have done it like a real one, because that looks a little too realistic.
Now, if let's say you bought this, could you if you were buried in it, would you stay fresh longer?
I don't know.
Would you stay cold longer?
Well, they're doing the green, what is it, the green thing? There's a movement. I don't know though enough about it. And
I'm sure it's probably not.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know. I think there are places doing that, but I don't. I don't think this is the intent. But I think
there's probably some caskets out there worth $37,000.
Yeah. What is it? What was it? Diamond encrusted headphones. Diamond encrusted.
J-Lo will have one.
Yeah. But I think the thing that I think it's fun to have like big coolers, especially if you're having an event. Of course, I like the blow up where it looks like palm trees and stuff like that. So I like the big cooler idea, which is nice, and we do that at holidays. But I would rather have something a little different shape. But if they did want to do a coffin, I would have had the Dracula, that look instead of the realistic look.
Yeah.
I don't like that look.
Too real.
Too real.
Okay, you got Beetlejuice coming out next Friday. Then there's a Transformers. I don't know that it's animated. It's like a 3D animated deal on the 13th. Speak No Evil also comes out on the 13th.
Yes.
That's something I think you want to see. Also on the 13th, there's one called The Killer's Game, and that's got Dave Bautista, who plays in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's yeah, I can't think of his name. The big guy, not Groot, but
I don't know.
He's the big guy. Didn't wear a shirt on Guardians of the Galaxy. I can't think of his name, but that's him.
Wait, now I've went blank.
I can't think of his name. Something called Subservience is also on the 13th. I don't know what that's about. I can't say that one. I can't believe that one's even. The Substance is on the 20th of September. Then Never Let Go on the 20th. Megalopolis, September 27th. The Wild Robot, September 27th. Lee, something called Lee on September 27th, and that's it for September. I don't know what's coming the rest of the year.
Well, exciting, but now see, I like when they do like comedies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not always. You know what I mean? I'm trying to look up that real quick. Who that is? Drax. Got it.
Bingo.
Took me a second there. Whew.
Bingo.
We can sleep tonight.
Bingo.
Okay, real quick. Today is National Lemon Juice Day. Does the dishwasher hack really work? Happy National Lemon Juice Day. Not to be okay. Happy National Lemon Juice Day. Not to be confused with National Lemon Day, which was last month, or National Lemon Month, which is back in June.
Lemons get a whole month.
Yeah, they do. Okay, right on cue, a lemon-related hack is making the rounds online, but is it a good hack, or is it just TikTok nonsense? Okay. Okay, tossing half a lemon in your dishwasher.
Offensive. That's offensive to TikTok fans, isn't it?
Nonsense, yeah. Tossing half a lemon in your dishwasher supposedly kills bacteria and prevents lime scale, that's so gross, from building up. Food and Wine looked into whether it really works, and the answer is, the theory is yes. The acid might help with lime buildup, but overall it's probably not worth it, and you can't just toss half a lemon in there either. The seed can clog or break the machine, so you have to remove them first, and half a lemon won't do much of anything. You need to use multiple lemons. Consumer Reports looked into the same hack last year and found it's better to just use cleaning solution designed for scaling dishwashers.
Yep. We have to descale our coffee pot every once in a while.
Yes,
with vinegar.
Uh-huh.
And you got to get it all out, or you'll have vinegar tasting coffee, and that's no good.
The water tastes, or the coffee tastes a little vinegar.
Now, this is a This is another thing. Okay, so you can't put a regular lemon in there without taking out the seeds, right. And you can't just put your dishes in the dishwasher without rinsing them off. Well, if you're going to rinse them off, why not just wash it? That's
why these hands are my.
That's why I just don't.
These are dishwash hands.
That's why I don't understand.
So you're soaking in it.
And you're using all kinds of water to wash stuff that you've already almost washed.
I agree. Preach it. What you're saying. I'm your backup right here. Absolutely. All right, we got to get out of here. Speaking of backup.
Couple of quick things. Just breaking news. Salem's football game with Charlestown will be at 8 o'clock. So we'll be WSLM will be on the air at about 7:45, maybe 7:30, depending. And then West Washington reports that they will be staying at the 7 o'clock start time with extra water breaks. And we don't know from Eastern yet. So as soon as we find out, we will let everybody know.
Yeah. So it's going to be
or
kind
you
of like
you will let everybody
it'll
know.
be kind of like it's a stagger. Like
Maybe. So
that'd be
you'll
good.
have, well,
It'll be
it'll
crazy.
be
What
a
does
long
that
night.
mean to me? A crazy night.
Yeah,
But you know what? It's doable.
It means a
It'll-
haphazard night. The Reds last night, their second game with the Oakland Athletics. Oakland beat them 9-6. Tonight is the whatever his name is concert. Rhett, is it Rhett somebody? Rhett Thomas
Mhm.
maybe?
Yep.
Concert. The game starts at 5:10, which would be about a 4:40 pregame show here on the radio. And then tomorrow the Brewers are back in town.
The boys are back in town.
For 12:40 first pitch, and then we'll have the pregame show at 12:10, and we'll be carrying that on AM and FM tomorrow. So
I got to do it. The boys are back.
the boys are
The
back.
boys are back.
Said the Reds rally late, then blow the lead and lose 9-6 to Oakland. Oh, the Reds. They are in fourth place out of 5. They are 13.5 games out of first place. The Cubs are second place with 9 games out. Cardinals are 10.5 games, and the Pirates are 14.5 games. So if the Reds could come out and win 4.5 games, or 4.5 games, they would be in second place, assuming that nobody else wins. Which that's not going to happen. But anyway,
Well, we'll see. You never.
we'll see.
That's why they call it a game.
It's a game, yeah. So
That's why they call it a game.
they've got this weekend. They've got the Brewers, and then Monday on Labor Day, the Astros come to town. So we've got some tickets to some of these. And then we've got some IU tickets we're going to be shooting out.
IU football tickets going to be giving them out today.
Lots of stuff. So
Got to get on that. All right, let's have the best day ever. Happy Thursday. Going to be a hot
Thursday.
one. Please, everyone, please drink those water. Don't mean to be.
Take
don't
breaks.
Mean to take breaks. Shade trees, gift from God.
Hats,
Take
big hats.
Big hats. I like big
Sunglasses.
hats, and I cannot lie. And sunscreen, yes. Do all the things. Just be careful out there. Stay safe, okay?
Do all the things.
Do all the things. Do everything. Yeah. Be the one.
Yeah,
Do
take
all
care of
the
your
things.
pets too.
Oh yeah, make sure plenty of water.
Water,
Yeah.
spade, neuter, and all that stuff.
It's ballpark. All right, there we go. All right, let's
That
think
was
the
like
sponsors.
the last thing he said, wasn't it?
Mm.
Get your cat spayed and neutered.
He always did. That's how he ended.
All
Yeah.
right. McAllister Land.
He had that long microphone. It looked like that microphone always, because we never had nothing like that.
That had
It's
to
like
be
a
specially made.
huge, like a pencil microphone.
I mean, we've got,
No, nothing like
but
that. Never
they're,
had
it's
anything
like a
like
foot
that.
long. His was
Yeah.
like a 2.5 foot long.
They had like a little bitty head top. Looked like actually looked like a sewing needle. You know those big, or
And
what is
he
it? The
and
knitting
his
needle.
were
Looks
and
like a
his
knitting
recorded.
needle.
They were never. He never had used like a wireless mic.
No.
I wonder.
Well, yeah, he had a. I think.
Were they wireless at the end?
No, he always did have it.
It
I thought
was
you said
the corded mics.
Yeah, he had the cord. Yeah, you remember he'd always like mess with the cord.
Yep.
Then the beautiful models, he would move them over like there. Yeah, to the cord. All right, let's thank our sponsors.
He was old school.
Liked it. It worked.
Mediview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rosa's. Go get you some buffet tomorrow. Fox Pearly
today,
Wealth.
spaghetti and meatballs.
There you go.
Okay,
To go.
sorry.
Dr. Black's Eye Associates and McAllister Land Consulting.
All right, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Got land? Want cash? Vital Farms is here to help. Become an egg farmer and we'll set you up with our best-in-class support team, teach you egg farming our way, and compensate you fairly for the eggs you produce. Call 844-494-VITAL today to learn how you can transform tree-filled or underutilized land into cash flow for your family. Again, our number is 844-494-VITAL, or apply online at vitalfarms.com/farmers.
Just in time for summer, the return of the Cheesy Burger Pizza from Papa John's. Papa John's and Reese are diving into summer at the Salem store with sizzling beef, dill pickles, cheese, and burger sauce on a large pizza with the return of the Cheesy Burger Pizza for only $9.99. Call Reese at the Salem Papa John's at 812-883-3369 or order online and try these new creations today. And for something a little different, try the Bacon Cheesy Burger Bites for only $4.99. Or try the Cheesy Burger Papadilla for just $6.99. Call today, 812-883-3369 for your Salem Papa John's, or order online and use the app from the Papa Rewards. Remember, better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
They have been at this for over 30 years now. I'm afraid this is as good as it gets. The Rick and Bubba Show.
Good to be back. 6 minutes past the hour from the Big Boy Studios. We've got the bleeding edge of technology, both live and archived. We're here. Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, Adler, and welcome back, Bill Bubba Buster.
Rick, glad to be here. Thank all of you for joining us. It is the little party we call Rick and Bubba.
Bubba, we're in the vapors of Dr. Lou, and over the years there's been all sorts of rumors. Who is Dr. Lou? Who plays Dr. Lou? We saw people.
Why does he play Dr. Lou?
We saw people on the text option thinking it was Adler,
Thinking it was Speedy.
thinking it was Speedy. There, of course, some of those didn't know that Greg actually does it.
I've done it a couple times.
Yeah.
Lance couldn't get here.
Right.
So Lance Ingram is actually the man who brings you Dr. Lou and has for 15 years. And Lance, you have a history with the show all the way back to an internship.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, my brother, who's sitting right over there,
Hey, Rob.
Rob
Hey,
Ingram.
Rob.
Rob was actually the one to tell me about this show probably 20 years ago. It was 2005, and he said, "Hey, I work with these guys. We were doing sales, right, Rob?" And he said, "I can get you an internship with this radio show." And to be honest, I didn't even know who y'all were at the time.
Understood.
But yeah.
You was so young.
Float your boat a little bit there.
There's moments where we wish that was still the case. But go ahead.
Probably, and many audience members agree, Rick. But he told me, "Hey, I can get you an internship with this awesome radio show that's blowing up and reaching a lot of people." And I said, well, "Okay." At that time, all I cared about was hanging out with friends and playing college football on the PlayStation in college. And so I said, "Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this internship." Came in. Thought you were really tough to talk to actually at the time, which is so funny because now you're completely. I feel like you're a completely different person. But I liked Bubba more at the beginning. The bottom line is
Most do.
Oh yeah,
Most do.
So but Rick
And then
and I,
the years roll by.
yeah. So they called me. They called me Firestone because the Soul Patrol had come in. Taylor Hicks Soul Patrol while American Idol was going on. They had come in to visit in studio. They said, "You look kind of like the Bachelor Andrew Firestone."
Right.
They called me Firestone. Y'all said, "We're going with it." And so I interned on the show as Firestone, which was a great time. But really, we didn't have too much of a relationship over the next couple years. And then I came in for a year-ender. And that's kind of where this Dr. Lou story began. It was year-ender 2009. Wow. When all the interns were crowding around the mic, getting their two and a half seconds of on-air fame. And I said, you know what? Nobody cares about what Lance Ingram, a.k.a. Firestone, is doing. They barely knew me at the time anyway. And so I said, instead of getting up there and giving you 3 seconds of Lance Ingram, I'm going to do an impression, one that I had only done for a handful of people, my friends in college and my family, on a couple occasions. And I got up in the mic and said, "Hey guys, this is Lou Holtz over at ESPN, just working at ESPN doing college football commentary." And that moment, both of you guys, y'all probably don't remember this, but y'all were like, "Oh my goodness, Firestone, you sound just like Lou Holtz." And right after, Speedy came to me and said, "Hey, will you do a college football kickoff segment with us in 2010, which was ironically the year that Cam Newton provided plenty of content for that season."
Yeah.
And so came in in 2010, did that segment with you guys, and the first one was a hit. And the irony that this guy over here is sitting here, Mark Garnett, because Mark Garnett was a part of the second segment. The first segment was a big hit, and everybody had asked that y'all do it again, so y'all reached out and said, "Hey, can y'all please do it again?" He was actually here for the second segment, which is when I really went into full suited Dr. Lou mode like he was on ESPN at the time at halftime. And I did like a full-on commentary instead of just some random jokes. I did a full-on commentary and did a motivational speech to the University of Alabama. That one blew up and ended up on the front page of Sports Illustrated's website. And that one was kind of the viral one. I think it was a couple 100,000 views in the first week. And y'all said, "Hey, let's come back, start doing this, and we'll pay you big time money, so much to where you can retire from everything else."
Yeah, I remember.
And so we we came back, did it, and you know, the audience enjoyed it, and it has been so much fun, and it's also given me a conversation starter with so many people. I mean, you reach so many people, and so now it's cool. I was telling my wife this morning how this silly segment, as honestly as dumb as it is, it has given me a great platform to connect with people, to then share the message of Jesus Christ with them, which is what my heart's all about. I know the character of Dr. Lou sometimes doesn't really shine that way.
Well, that's quite a connection.
Yes, it is.
Quite the connection. But it's been such a fun journey of coming up with, you know, new college football. It's been a challenge. It is a brutal assignment to come up with 15 to 20 minutes of college football comedy over the duration of 15 years, and probably we're talking, you know, 50 segments. It's a lot of comedy, and the sports czars, they can vouch for this. Coming up with funny stuff and filling airtime, it's a lot, but you know, it's been an honor to be on the show for that long, and you know, I'm just glad to hopefully provide some laughs for some people out there. And you know, people always ask me, how did you come up with the leprechauns? Tell me about the leprechaun dreams. Well, I remember specifically, it was like the third or fourth week of doing this, and I'm like, my gosh, I've committed to doing this every week. And I got to come up with some content.
A lot of stuff.
And so I went and got some of the devil's lettuce. And no, I'm just kidding. I did not do that. I did not do that. People think I'm you know, on some kind of drug when I'm coming up with these things. But I just stared at my computer screen and I said, you know what? Lou Holtz loves the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And they are connected to leprechauns. It's time to pull out some leprechaun dreams. And they've been, funny enough, they've been kind of the hit over the years with people. So
that's good.
And of course you were asking the question earlier, Bubba. So the timeline, does that agree with Patrick Campbell? What he just said about time. So Rob Ingram is here. Rob, come. Is there
a year-ender in?
So Rob Ingram,
09.
Like we just heard, we knew Lance's brother first, Rob, because he was a salesperson. And you, Bubba, you were saying that you had some conversation with Rob about his brother doing Lou. Does Rob do Lou as well, or did you do an impression of Rob?
I don't do Lou, guys.
Oh, all right. So you did have.
He's always been the brothers that didn't have the list.
Okay,
so
you got him to be an intern.
My list was too strong to ever be on the radio.
so you're the one that
I think this is the stupidest. It's the stupidest segment on the radio. I don't know why anybody listens to this idiot.
Okay. So, but you were selling the show at the time, and you're the one that brought it through.
I was selling the show when the Cumulus Club was available. Do you remember this thing where we could bundle all the stations? But I actually sold exclusively at the time for Rock 99.5 and 107.7 the X at the time, which then switched to 100.5. So I worked for Davis Hawkins and
Daddy D.
Lanier. What was Lanier's last name? Anyway, she was my first sales manager, but I had been in Montgomery at WLWI there before that. That was really my first job out of college. So that's how I.
But you did put this together. You brought him in as an intern.
Yeah, and I think I was the one that said, you need to really do this in front of them because I think you've got something here. He did it one day while we were at our lake house at Lake Martin, and man, we were just all like, wow, that's actually really good, and this could be something, and I guess I was right.
So you were.
I remember. This guy's the genius behind the genius.
That's right.
You know,
that's right.
Behind every genius is an older brother genius.
Rob, I'm just the guy that walks around and tells people Dr. Lou's my brother, and I get some like, oh, that's awesome. And I get some like, ooh.
I've been there.
So
you're familiar with that response.
You're with a group that we work with quite a bit now. You're with Lifeline Children's Services, right?
Lifeline Children's Services.
Yeah, and so incredible organization. We've done a lot with them, and I did want to take a moment on September the 7th. You guys are going to be having a children's run for one, and it's going to be in the Birmingham market around in Homewood at Dawson. And you can register by going to lifelinechild.org/run. So this is just another fundraiser, and a lot of people don't know you guys help people with adoption and all that.
Right, and so this is our annual Run for One that benefits our Global Orphan Care Ministry. And so Global Orphan Care, there's 153 million orphans in the world. And this run, everyone that participates in our 5K, which is, adults, I mean, whoever wants to run 5K.
Greg, you
and then we
Speedy?
also have the Kids Front Fun Run. Adults can be a part of that